I certainly am, Trev. Yes, a lovely day for football out here at Loxton North. A little bit of breeze, but certainly not living up to the Windy Hill name as of yet. Lockie Wendell, Nobby Norton this afternoon. Round 5, Riverland football. It's the Loxton North Panthers taking on the Barmera Monash Roos, who currently sits second. The current premiers, and Nobby Norton, you are on the field, the hallowed turf of Loxton North with the Loxton North A-grade coach, Dave Higgins.
I am, Lockie, and good afternoon to everyone. Welcome to Loxton North Oval, and I've got Loxton North coach Dave Higgins joining me here at Boundary Side as both teams are out warming up. And just quickly, Dave, last week, a little bit of a struggle after an arm wrestle for 3 quarters. Expecting a bit more of the same today?
I would have thought so, yeah. Obviously up against a quality team, reigning premiers, so we'll give it our best shot and see how we fall.
Good on you, mate. A couple of hard-hitting questions for you. Barmera Monash with 2 recruits back into their side this week. Murray Middleton, Josh Voigt heading his way, and perhaps John O'Beach going to stick the skipper on him?
Yeah, well, that's probably how we'll start. Depending on where they start, we'll still be playing our own game. But they're obviously quality footballers that we'll have to keep an eye on, definitely.
Yep, and I think you got a lot to work with too. Your forward division last week was pretty strong. Waldridge had his moments. Ryan Pratt, of course, knows his way around this ground. I thought the young fellas in Coney and also Jasper Hutchinson did their bit, and Kai Filkey, so plenty to aim for.
Yeah, absolutely. We think we've got a pretty strong future with some of the young guys there, so we're putting a fair whack of development into them, and hopefully, their stars will align. Yep,
just need the ball out of the middle, perhaps cut Alex Kudra loose on a wing and see what happens.
Well, it'd be nice if Alec was around.
Not though, good on you. Thanks for correcting that, Dave. Cheers, have a good day. So there you got it from the coach, Lockie. Alec Kudra missing today, and obviously not available. So there we all found out, particularly me.
Yep, that's all right, Nobby. I was going to mention that, but you are now the wiser. He is out of the side for a couple of weeks, I'm told. But, Nobby, that is another reason, and that's I don't like this argument when people say someone's out, they're going to struggle or whatever it might be. It's an opportunity for someone else to step up and get that spot, particularly with the amount of youngsters that are in the Loxton North side today.
Too true, Lockie. As conditions dry across the Riverland like they are everywhere, the oval's in mint condition. A little bit of give under the ground. It's probably a good 4, soft 5 in horse racing terms, and a tail breeze if you're heading towards the primary school end or the Berry end of the Loxton North Sports Ground. And look, I think whoever wins the toss will probably kick with the breeze because you're never quite sure what's going to happen later in the day. I'm thinking that maybe a 2 or 3 goal breeze, Lockie, but in A-grade football, anything's possible. Sometimes teams work harder against it.
They certainly do, that's for sure. And, you might want to come home with the breeze if you've read the forecast and think the breeze is going to pick up a little bit this afternoon. Will the Bookpanong doctor come in this afternoon, Nobby?
I tell you what, Lockie, if it was me, I'd be going with it first because it's nice to have a score on the board, and if the breeze helps you get it on the board early, then I think you take the advantage while you can. Of course, if teams are flagging and you look like you might have your sail up coming home with it, it can work the other way, but I know where I'd rather be. It's a bit like cricket, mate. Runs on the board.
Certainly is. This time last year, Nobby, Barmera Monash certainly were not raising as many eyebrows as they are these days. They were just, bubbling along there. Loxton North had the jump on Barmera Monash last year early, but that preliminary final we called here last year on this particular ground, I think that's when a lot of the Riverland football public woke up to the fact Barmera were the real deal.
Yeah, they were, and it was really an interesting season that Fraser Sampson built last year. They built it on defence, and let's face it, some of the games were less than inspiring when it was 5 goals to 4 goals, but an arm wrestle all the same. And but as they moved on and they kept upping their pressure, they started to score more. Well, it's a different Barmera Monash this season because they've got Middleton and Beach into the side, and both those players are attacking players, and their game has changed a bit because they're looking to get that ball forward quicker, whereas last year they tended to hold it up across centre and across half-back and try and keep possession, whereas now it's move it forward as quickly as they can.
Yep, still a lot of youngsters in that Barmera Monash side, though, Nobby, that played in last year's grand final win, premiership side, just running through the list this afternoon. And it's only, as you said, been boosted. But I do note Aidan Hodgson back into the side today. Now, he's been doing a bit at West Adelaide in the under-18s. Yep. Back into this Barmera Monash side today. That's a pretty handy in.
Yeah, it is. It's a big in for Barmera Monash because he was one of their better players right throughout last year's season. And hard to believe he was still eligible for under 18s because he played such a mature game. I'm surprised that Westies haven't at least taken him up into the reserves. He's been in the best players in under 18s for a while, and I sort of expected this to happen, not necessarily with him, but I thought also Jack Sullivan's down there plying his wares in the reserves. Don't be surprised if you see him at some stage through the year for Barmera either.
I have heard through the grapevine that West Adelaide, through their junior sides, are implementing quite the rotation system these days to give everyone a run, which I think is a good idea at that level, particularly for players from the Riverland that are having to travel quite a distance down there every week.
Yeah, I think that the positive for Barmera, though, is that you get them back into your side for a game or two during the year, and when the finals come around, you know, they're straight back in and basically fit into the team structure and the team itself. So I'll be interested to see how that pans out over the season. But Loxton North have been beneficial of that from time to time as well, with some of their juniors that have been playing at West Adelaide returning. But look, I'm really interested to see how, and I sort of picked them out with Coach Higgins, how the three young fellas go today in Coney, Hutchinson and of course Kai Filkey. So I'll be interested to see whether they can hit the scoreboard, because they'll need to if North are going to be a chance.
Yeah, just seeing both sides take their positions now. Loxton North, the first team to break and head off to their respective zones, as it were. Loxton North very much implementing a...
By the look of it, the Barmera Monash side will be kicking with the breeze, going towards the school end in this first quarter.
It's certainly a lovely afternoon of football, and I think Nobby, you could be on there. Once again, we have missed the coin toss. That's 2 for the year we've missed so far, Nobby, so yeah. We're going all right. But
at least we can tell you which. I would say that Barmera won the toss and are kicking to the school end. And the best indicator I got there, Lockie, is that Cody Vumard's up that end of the ground, and as we know, he marshals the defence from centre-half back. I'll be up to see you shortly, mate.
Thank you, Nobby. This is 5RM Football for the Riverland Motor Group. You can find them East Terrace, Loxton. Test drive Australia's #1 Ford Ranger today. Riverland Ford East Terrace, Loxton. Ball in the centre. We're about to get this game underway. Round 5. Riverland football action right here at 5RM, 91.5 FM, 801 AM. And as always, 5rm.com. Ball in the middle. Umpire balls it up. How Ruckman do battle. No one really got the advantage. Went to Loxton North, tackled, and will get another ball up. Not far from the centre circle. Less than 20 seconds played here at Loxton North this afternoon. Joe Worsfold gets the clearance, gets a handball out, gets it back, the old 1-2. Now does the U-turn, looks for a teammate on the wing, can't quite find it. Shapley dives on it. Now Barmera Monash, they get the intercept through Douglas, driving it up to there, forward 50, goes over the line, there's Watke, a wobbly old kick at goal, it's going to bounce, and that is a minus score. Barmera Monash with the first score of the day on the 5RM Sports scoreboard. Less than a minute gone. First quarter Riverland football on 5RM. 2 other big games happening today as well. We do have the Renmark Rovers hosting Loxton. We will get some score updates from that this afternoon as we progress. And also the Waikerie Magpies doing battle with the Berry Demons. Kick out from Loxton North, heading wide to the River wing, I guess you'd call it, here at Loxton North. Kick up to half-back, can't quite make the distance, but Panthers still hold this one. They drive it through the centre, looking for a target. Intercept from Barmera Monash. They've got the ball on the far wing. They're going for the switch. It's a loose footy. Loxton North managed to get it taken to ground. And that was young Zach Kelly, who's in the side today for the first time, making his debut for Loxton North. And Nobby Norton, you are back here in the 5RM Sport studio here at Loxton North today.
Just kitted up, Lockie. I had to wait for the lift, but I'm here now.
Good to see Loxton North now with the footy on the far wing, pushing up towards half forward. Can they drive this one over the 50 arc? It's a low kick. No one able to get it. Barmera Monash now with the footy, and they'll try to work this one out of their defensive zone. Loxton North now with the footy on half forward. Nobby Norton.
Yeah, look, they've started pretty solidly, the Panthers. Pretty calm in defence and chipping the ball around, trying to make Barmera work hard to get possession back. It's almost like the way Barmera used to deal with it.
Yeah, that possession football, and once again, Barmera Monash get the clearance. They drive it up to the far wing, bounces through all of them. That's 4 byes in anyone's language. Heading to the boundary, coach's box side. Can Barmera Monash take this one over the line? They can't. And I reckon we're going to get a ball up. No, it's spilled out the back, loose footy. And a ball up. Holding the ball. Umpire's called it. There you go.
Well, he's made it quite clear. He wants the ball out and moving. North pick up the ball, shoot it into centre half forward. Kick taken. Mark taken there by Lachlan Stevens. Finds Josh Nelson, who chips it out wide and finds Jonty Coney, I reckon, on half forward.
Yep.
Shoots it forward to another Loxton North player. This is good possession footy by North. They're leading hard at the footy and keeping possession of it. Boundary throw in, right half forward for Loxton North going towards the Loxton end.
This is 5RM football for the Riverland Motor Group. East Terrace Loxton. Ball in. Half forward for Loxton North. Can they make something from this? Less than 5 minutes gone. Ruckman do battle. Doesn't go too far. Barmera Monash get a wobbly old kick out of the contest. Can they pick this one up off the deck? They can. A couple of quick handballs. The Roos are off. Oh, but it's a loose footy again. Yeah, Spilios with the footy going back, but manages to find a teammate in Middleton. Shoots it sideways and finds Drogamala on the far back flank. And that's dropped short. And where's this one going to go?
It's gone out of bounds at centre wing without being touched. Free kick to Boyd from Loxton North, who looks up, goes, sets that up a little bit above his opponent, made it easy for Barmera to pick that off. They now drive the forward ball into half forward to centre half forward. Vumard up to the challenge. Spoils Jono Beach. It looks like Beach has started at centre half forward, Lockie.
Yeah, ball back in now. Loxton North drive it out of their defensive zone, but it found a Barmera Monash player. Hold it up is the call from the Loxton North players. They all trying to dive on it, but it's out the back. Wooldridge gets a wobbly old handball. Barmera Monash punch it forward. The Loxton North bench screaming for a free kick, and they've got it.
It's like Wooldridge getting up to take this kick.
Umpire's calling it back. So Zach Wooldridge on half back for Loxton North today. Don't see him down there too much. It's a bit of a mix-up for the Panther lineup today. Gives it a big kick, looking for a target. No one could get underneath it. It's Jake Smith for Barmera Monash gets a handball at the back. The Roos are backpedaling here. They only lead by a point at this stage. Barmera Monash managed to drive it back in. They've got some space if they can move it on. That was Aidan Hodgson back from West Adelaide today. It's on half forward. Can they make something from this? That was Beach. Handballs it wide. Bring it back in board. Freeman's trying to run onto it. He ran over the top of it. Tackle from Loxton North. Loose footy. Shot on goal. It wobbles through for a touch behind.
I'm wondering whether that Barmera Monash player might have been better leaving that ball and shepherding it through, because I think that was heading to goals until he reached out, tried to mark it and touched it.
Chris Bonney with the kick.
Yeah. Interesting matchups here. Middleton running on the ball and Vumard with Beach. So clever work by Loxton North coach Dave Higgins, not telling me what was going on, Lockie.
Yep, he knows exactly what to do. Barmera Monash now with the footy. Jono Beach tried to run through all the players, but here he is. Scott Lewis manages to drive it out of their defensive zone. Looks for Shapley. Drop forward. Barmera Monash got a hand in there. And now that was Fraser Douglas tackle, taken to ground, holding the ball.
Yeah, great tackle by Shapley. Great tackle by Shapley. Got himself back into the play and picks up the free kick for the holding the ball. We'll get 25 here. I think the Barmera Monash player was over the mark.
So umpire calling it back.
So Shapley gets to take his kick 25 yards closer to the Loxton North goal at about half forward.
Yards in the metric sort of zone, Nobby Norton.
Yep.
And, ball back on half forward for Loxton North. Barmera Monash defensive pressure strong though.
It's a high tackle to the Loxton North player in Coney. And he will go back and take the free kick on about the 50 line. Chips short and gets Worsfold.
So Joel Worsfold with the footy. Half forward for Loxton North. Got a bit of an angle on it though. Tries to make it a little bit better and manages to pick out Mason Middleton for the Roos.
Yeah, playing on ball, Mason Middleton, and playing behind the ball.
Takes his kick out. Kai Filkey though for Loxton North manages to great intercept mark. Chips over the top. Coney the target. That's Jonty. And he'll go back for a shot here, Nobby Norton.
And these were the guys I flagged earlier in the call, Lockie, at the start of the game, that Loxton North needed to get these young fellas to hit the scoreboard. And that was Coney, Kai Filkey, and of course Jasper Hutchinson. If he can get himself into the game, these young fellas, not only is the experience good for them, but they are a way forward for the Panthers.
Jonty Coney back from West Adelaide today as well. has his kick. Kicking from 40 out. It's got a nice little swing to it. He slotted it. And that's the first goal of the day. 5RM football for the Riverland Motor Group. Loxton North with the early lead.
Great kick into the teeth of the breeze, and he managed to just tail it back in beautifully. And look, that's a reward for effort for the Panthers because they've been right on their opponents today. Admittedly, Barmera's got it forward twice, but only for behinds. And I think Loxton North are up to the task at this stage. And if they can stay in this arm wrestle for as long as they can, who knows? And they're now coming home with the breeze too, Lockie.
7 minutes gone. First quarter Riverland footy on 5RM for the Riverland Motor Group. Get a ball up pretty soon, but it's the Panthers with the 4-point margin in this early stage. Hampel doing the ruck work. Taps it wide. Zach Woodridge tried to run onto it, but he couldn't, and we'll get a ball up.
So Jack Austin into the ruck for Barmera Monash against Hampel.
Another tap. Hampel with the advantage, but manages to find a Barmera player. But Zach Woolley from Loxton North has other than the ideas. He tries to soccer it on and run onto it. Now Barmera Monash try to get this one all the wiser. It's heading towards Loxton North end.
Another good tackle from the Panther player, and that was Angus Shapley again. 2 tackles, 2 free kicks for holding the ball against his opponent. He wheels on and goes down centre half forward, looking to centre half forward. Ooh, almost a mark to Hutchinson. Couldn't quite charm it in. Off the pack. Ball not coming forward for North. Back out to Barmera. Couple of handballs, and they now relieve the pressure off half back.
So Barmera Monash, they got a bit of space. They take the ball up the far wing. Centre half forward's the target. Well, half forward, and that's a mark.
Yeah, that's Middleton at half forward, and Voigt, his opponent, he's going to be a handful.
Looks to play on quickly, and it's found Jono Beach with the mark in the 50. He'll go back for a shot on goal. He'll be kicking from all of 35 out with a, what would you say, 45-degree angle.
And the wind into his spinnaker, Lockie. Wind up right into his spinnaker. Look, you can see the change there. Middleton coming off the ball, going to centre half forward. Beach going closer to goal.
Ball on the way. The Sandford Premiership player from the Roos. Lovely off the boot.
He likes it. The goal umpire likes it. That's a goal for Jono Beach. Takes the score to Barmera 1 goal, 2, 8 points. Loxton North 1 goal, 6 points. A 2-point margin to the Roos.
It's a good game of footy so far at Loxton North, that's for sure. Just on 9 minutes played. First quarter Riverland footy on 5RM for the Riverland Motor Group. And Riverland Ford East Terrace Loxton. You can test drive the number 1 Ford Ranger today.
Loxton North midfielders coming together. Looks like Sherpick into the ruck. Hampel taking a spell.
I was going to say, Hampel's, he's going to have the height advantage on the other ruckman throughout the day. I don't know anyone from Barmera Monash that's going to be able to be taller than him.
It's not Sherp. It's Stevens gone into the ruck. Lachlan Stevens.
Lockie Stevens, youngster, one of the under 21 brigade in this side today.
Gets the hit out.
Zach Woolley in the middle, a good handball. Gets it out to Worsfold, drives it wide. Petch is trying to run under it. It's a foot race, but Spilios is going to beat him to it. Good pick up. Goes left, then goes right. Brings it back inboard. Finds one of the Austins.
Yeah, good support from Barmera there. Knew where his player was going to kick it when he got it. He brings it into the middle. They look to switch it again. Right out wide to the clubroom side. Barmera Monash player picks it up, drives it forward. I reckon that was Butterworth, and finds Beach again on the lead.
Jono Beach looking pretty dangerous. Little spot up kick, looking for a target, and it's marked in the 50, and that was Middleton.
Yes, these are the 2 players that are going to cause the Panthers the most headaches today, as we thought. 2 quality ins for Barmera Monash from last year's team.
2 Sandford Premiership players at West Adelaide, that 2015 flag.
Yeah, in a position like this, when you've got players of this calibre, you need help. You can't just rely on a one-on-one contest. Someone's going to have to come over the top and help Josh Voigt out with Middleton.
Middleton has his shot. It's drifting back, but he's missed to the far side. Started
it out left, hoping the breeze would bring it back, and it stayed out there. So 1 behind only. Barmera Monash 1-3-9, leading Loxton 1 goal, 6. Might be a bit like the game we saw last week, where actually North were the people in charge, but kicking too many points. 0-5. This could hurt. Points with the breeze always hurts.
Kick out, takes it to Shapley on the far back pocket. He's rocking the long sleeves this afternoon. Finds Wooldridge again. certainly a contender early. Oh, sorry. That's Vomard.
Yep.
Small kick from Vomard, but it dropped short. And this is where North have come undone a few times. But they managed to hold it in a tackle. Handball out the back. Umpire's going to play holding the ball.
Yeah, good tackling by the Panthers. They're keeping the pressure right on the Barmera Monash Roos, and without that tackling pressure, they'd be in trouble.
Picasso with the kick. It's going to be a free kick here, I think, to Loxton North.
Jonty Coney, that one, and it was there. He protected the ball enough. He had to get one in the back of the neck for the Barmera player to get close to it. Looks up, chips out wide. Finds a Loxton North player on the wing. It's Scott, is it?
Michael Scott.
Back in after a hamstring injury.
Kicks it down the line. Far wing. Oh, great mark from Zach Wooldridge. Getting a few possessions so far. And an early contender for the Murray Pioneer Man of the Match award, it must be said, in this first quarter.
Finds Nelson in the middle of the ground. He handballs off. That ball shot forward to Shebeck, to Lewis. Back to Joel Worsfold. No. Scott again. That was Michael Scott, and he finds the player out wide in the half-board flank, who looks up, chips it short. North playing keeping offs here, which is really the Barmera style of play.
Yeah, Shapley in the mix again a fair bit today. That was Caleb Coney with the kick there. Drives it into the 50. Can Loxton North make something for this? It's wobbling towards the boundary line. Barmera Monash trying to hold it in, and we'll get a ball up.
The Panther pressure around the ball when it hits the deck has been exemplary to date, and that's all they need to do is bring that ball to ground and use their speed and their runners.
Ball up, forward pocket, Loxton North, but it's Barmera Monash to get the clearance, and they drive it out. Shapley once again in the mix for Loxton North. They manage to take over the line. We'll get a ball in.
He's covering a bit of ground, Shapley, both sides of the oval, and keeping pressure on that ball when it's in the Loxton North forward line to stop it from coming out too easily.
So a ball in. Right on the 50 arc for Loxton North. Can they make something for this? It was Lockie Stevens doing the ruck work, didn't go too far, and we'll go again.
Look, that's an interesting option for the Panthers, throwing Stevens into the ruck, and a good one against Austin, because they're both about the same height and the same mobility.
Tap over the back. It's Scott Lewis that gets read the play well. Found Caleb Coney. Handballs back to Shapley for Loxton North. Kicks into the 50. Can someone get underneath it? No. Barmera Monash managed to spoil it. And Loxton North managed to pick it up off the deck.
Justin Proud.
Coney again. He's got the footy. He's got the wheels about him, Caleb Coney, Jonty Coney this afternoon. Nelson in the mix there, but it's Barmera Monash to clear it out, and that's a booming kick up to half forward. There was no one in the attacking 50 for Barmera Monash. This could be a foot race here. North defenders managed to get back to it, Nobby, and I think they got out of jail there.
Well, they had the numbers when the ball hit the deck. I thought Vumard a bit unlucky there. He was sort of being handled before he got possession, but the umpires are consistent.
That was looking very ominous for a Barmera Monash goal, but it still might be a booming kick at the goals. It's going to wobble through for a behind.
Both the key Barmera Monash players being picked up by the two key defenders for Loxton North. Vumard now with Beach, Voigt with Middleton. Ball coming out of fullback from Nelson. Great kick up the middle. Finds Jasper Hutchinson, who looks around, shoots it wide to the wing towards Wooldridge, but the kick didn't have enough on it. Was cut out by Barmera Monash at centre wing. They'll shoot the ball back into the middle.
Yeah, it's Bonnie now. Chris with the footy. Manages to play on, gets around Justin Proud, kicks up to the middle of the 50, and that's a great mark from Middleton.
Ooh, I didn't think he quite had enough of that. I'd like to see him one more grab on that, but if the ump's paid it, that's fair enough.
I think he played to the whistle and then let go.
Yeah.
But you're right.
Two grabs, didn't quite get the third, but
might not have been a mark in 1984.
Consistency's all we need. Thanks for that.
You had to mark those back in the day. They were real marks, weren't they? So Mason Middleton with another shot on goal. He had one earlier. He missed. Can this be the second goal for the Roos?
He left the last one left. This time, not the same problem. He's put it straight through. And that is his first goal. Barmera Monash's second takes them to 2-4-16, leading Loxton 1 goal, 6 points. 10-point lead to Barmera Monash. I'm thinking that breeze could be worth a bit more than 10 points.
Looking at that windsock on the far side at Loxton North, that's actually quite a bit of breeze.
It is. I'm surprised it was flapping before the toss. Normally a home side doesn't let that info out.
Because what, you have a little string to hold it in a little bit.
Yeah.
This is 5RM football for the Riverland Motor Group and the Ford Ranger, Australia's #1. You can test drive today, riverlandford.com.au. Just on 16 minutes gone, first quarter, Riverland footy on 5RM.
Umpire Charlton waiting for the ads to finish on the telly before he throws this one up.
Yep. I'm sure there is some subscription service in some Eastern European country that 5RM football is on. Ball up it is. It's Coney that gets the clearance. He drives it wide, looks for
Jackson Lloyd back to Hutchinson.
Carso now for Loxton North, drives it into the attacking 50. North Barmera defenders working overtime though. They managed to clear it out. No, they don't. Oh, now they do again.
Good pressure again on the ball by the Panther forwards though.
It's Barmera Monash with the footy on half-back, tackled. That'll be holding the ball.
That would be the 4th free kick to Loxton North for holding the ball, all from excellent tackling. So the pressure's right on from the Panthers, this time Sherpick.
Small kick, finds Lewis. He's just on the fringe of the painted 50. And now finds
Hutchinson this time, a good lead across half forward. He's now right on the 52-metre line for kicking in. Goes wide, looking for Proud, Justin. But neither player able to get hold of it. Barmera player rushing the ball out of the line. And that'll be a throw-in in the scoreboard pocket, Loxton North forward end.
Here's 5RM football for the Riverland Motor Group. Find him East Terrace, Loxton. Ball in. Tap forward. Can Loxton North make something out of this? Barmera Monash defenders working overtime. Another tackle. Holding the ball like every other one today.
Look, that wasn't a bad call because the Barmera Monash player sort of ducked under it and the umpire was up to it and saw that the tackle was aimed lower than that. This will be Justin Proud to have a shot at goal.
Justin Proud with a shot on goal. He will be kicking from 30 out, you'd say.
You might not bet your lunch money on this, but who knows? We won't put the mods on him.
Oh, he has been known to kick a 5-goal haul here from time to time. Maybe today's the day. Lifts for the big games. And that didn't make the distance. No, it did, a minor score.
I've still got my lunch money.
Kick sideways. They drive it to the scoreboard pocket. So that's the first behind for the day for Loxton North. They take the score to 7. They trail Barmera Monash 2-4-16 and Nobby Norton.
Yep. Barmera Monash clearing the ball. Looked like Butterworth taking that kick from the back line. Shoots it over the top. No, there's Butterworth there at the ball. Barmera try to get it clear, but numbers with Panthers at the moment, keeping the pressure on, making Barmera kick haphazardly into their forward line.
It's Austin now, gets it back. There's Aidan Hodgson back in the side today. A couple of quick handballs. It's found its way back to Hodgson. Looks for Watke in the middle, but it was spoiled there from Mason Eckerman, but it might be a spoil without a realistic attempt.
Watke's arm taking in the spoil, so he'll come back and take the free kick in front of Eckerman, right in the middle of the ground. Handball's off. Cruising through.
That's Hodgson. Kicks up to the forward lines for the Barmera Monash Roos, but Loxton North punch it forward.
Nice spoil there by Vumad, who cut that ball off before it get to Beach, and then he kept going in the play. Good cover by the North defenders here because Voigt dropping back onto Vumad's player. Vumad takes the free kick out of the back line, shoots it up to the half-forward line for Barmera, but the ball now held in a pack. Umpire, it's boundary throw-in, I think.
It is a boundary throw-in just at the Barmera Monash attacking end, kicking to the school end at Loxton North this afternoon. 5RM footy for the Riverland Motor Group.
Hample, ball not coming in far enough for the ruckman to compete, so that'll be a re-throw from the boundary line.
Looks like we're going to go again for that one.
Hample and Austin in ruck.
Tap forward. Just to a pack of players, though. Another bit of volleyball action going on there, and they've managed to take that one over the line again.
Loxton North keeping the pressure right on around the ball, looking for the possession and the clearance.
21 minutes gone. First quarter Riverland footy on 5RM. Hample managed to get his hands on it. Found Coney, but he ran into a wall of players. We'll go again.
Another ball up there. You'd say if Loxton North can hang on for the remainder of this quarter, they'd be pleased with their work.
Yeah, a trail just at the moment. Barmera Monash with their clearance, so they drive it in their attacking 50. No one from Barmera Monash can mark it, though, and it's gone out of bounds. A wasted opportunity.
I think that's gone out without being touched, and Michael Scott will take the kick in for Loxton North deep in defence in the back pocket.
Can't afford to stuff this one up because it could result in a goal pretty quickly. We've seen that a couple of times today.
Yeah, taking as much time as he can. Time back on. Oh, now it's a throw-in. Apparently it was touched.
All right.
So umpires have overruled that free kick, and it's now a boundary throw-in in the forward pocket for Barmera Monash. One last chance to score before the quarter-time siren.
Ball in. Oh, Hampel, big tap for Loxton North to the attacking side for the Panthers. To Barmera Monash, still with a chance here. Shapley got his hands on it. A wild old kick, and it's been marked by Barmera Monash.
Looks up, looks into the middle, looking for, but not finding his teammate. Through comes Petch there for the ball.
As Fletcher Dillon was
Fletcher,
the target.
was it?
Yeah. Young Dillon.
Loxton North will be happy to hold that ball up there at half-back. Trying to hang on till the quarter-time siren.
Hampel, another good tap, manages to find Worsfold, but a wobbly old Hampel, it's fine. Manages to get it back. Filkey got his hands on it, taking the ground. Umpire.
He's taken too long. The umpire's right on that. Yeah, when you see the umpire take that long to blow the whistle, that was a junkyard dog had a hold of him there from Barmera.
Kick from Drogamala into the attacking 50. They flew up in the air. That was Dane Austin.
And that would be an unrealistic attempt to mark the ball. Loxton North getting the free kick in Josh Voigt and also getting 25 metres. So I'm wondering whether perhaps a bit of advice that the umpire didn't need came his way there.
I think Dane Austin certainly got high, didn't he? It was a big jump, that's for sure. There it is, Shapley with the footy. There it is on half-back. It is quarter time at Loxton North. The Barmera Monash Roos 2-4-16. They lead Loxton North 1-1-7. We'll throw back to Trevor Scott in the Sideline View studio at 5RM. Yeah, certainly is. Tight, contested, hot footy. That's what we like at 5RM footy, Trevor Scott. And it's a big afternoon, that's for sure. Loxton North this afternoon. The sun's out, but there's a bit of a chill in the air. And Nobby Norton has retreated to the commentary box after doing some fine work on the field earlier. It's the Barmera Monash Roos 2-4-16 leading Loxton North 1-1-7. Nobby, it's certainly an arm wrestle this afternoon.
Yes, it is. It is very much so. And look, there's no nip in the air up here in the comm box. I'm starting to peel off. Wish I had my shorts and thongs on. We're in for a little bit of a sunny afternoon this side of the ground, as we normally are.
It's quite the greenhouse here in the timekeeper's box.
Goal kickers for Barmera Monash, the guys we thought would be a threat for the Panthers. One to John O'Beach, one to Mason Middleton. The lone goal scorer for Loxton North was Jonty Coney. Better players for both sides. I would have thought that Barmera, it was a bit hard to find them because they didn't get much of an opportunity because North really had the pressure on them for the whole game. So it was easy for the whole quarter. So it was easy to find players in the Loxton North lineup that had a bit of it and kept pressure on. Probably none more so than Angus Shapley, who had 2 free kicks awarded his way. He earned them through holding the ball tackles. And so I thought that's the difference at the moment. Even though Barmera Monash scoring in front, they've had use of the breeze, could only make 2 goals for with it. And I'd say as far as play goes, it's pretty even. Both teams have had about 50% each, and it was in the Loxton North forward area for quite some time. So it'll be interesting to see whether Barmera Monash work as hard into the breeze as the Panthers did, and whether the Panthers can make use of this breeze.
Well, the Panthers now kicking to the school end at Loxton North this afternoon. The ball in the centre. Teams just getting in their spots. Umpires checking the 6, 6 and 6. Ball's about to be put up in the air. Timekeepers blow the horn and we're underway. The second quarter at Loxton North. It's all thanks to McDonald's Renmark. Tap forward, Loxton North get the first advantage. Coney, that's Jonty. Can he run into it? He can't. It's Aidan Hodgson from Barmera Monash that manages to scoop it up. He takes it to the far wing. Loxton North underneath this one. And Masuda Caso, a booming kick into the attacking 50. Can Loxton North make something out of this? No. We've got a bit of footy ping-pong going on at the moment. Barmera Monash drive this one up. Butterworth has got a little bit of space, but Cooper Petch has other ideas. He dishes it out to Spilios. He dodges a bit of traffic and manages to find a teammate in Justin Bonney. This possession football come undone. Barmera Monash still with it. Umpire says free kick to Barmera Monash. Nobby Norton.
Butterworth for the second possession for the quarter off half back. This is something North are going to have to guard against because they can't give Barmera easy exits from the half-back because they will use that to set up play further up the ground. Up it goes again, ball up at half-forward, Hampel getting the hit out again. Through comes Coney to Lewis, ball out to Petch. Petch, plenty of time, looks up, kicks along to the forward line, looking for Ryan Proud, caught behind, couldn't get a hand to it. Justin Bonney mops up at half-back, looks up, finds the easy out to Samuel Vanderwood on the wing.
So the young Roo has the kick, takes it up to half forward, spills over the back. Vomard for Loxton North, managed to read it well, got it out to Petch. Tackled, but got it out enough. And then there's Nelson. He had a kick as well, but it's Barmera Monash now through Butterworth that drive it into the attacking 50. Dropped short. It was a low-raking kick. They all dive on it. And I reckon we'll have a ball up.
He looked at Beach on the lead, kicked it short in front of him, but he couldn't get there, couldn't make the ground, and the old one hand, one bounce doesn't count in footy. Might count in backyard cricket, but not in football.
So a ball up in Barmera Monash's attacking 50. Can Loxton North defenders manage to work this one out? They can't. Oh, the loose footy again. Just enough for the umpire to say play on. And, yep, we'll just count down the clock here. We'll go another ball up.
Dylan Petch having a couple opportunities there off half-back for North. Looked up, kicked the ball long, but couldn't find a Panther forward leading in front, so it was turned over both times.
Well,
out it comes to Spilius.
And he's a raking kick. He slotted that.
Now that is, Lockie, the number one contender for goal of the day from Paul Spilius. Came out of that pack onto his left foot and kicked it straight through the middle of the big ones at the store end of the Loxton North Oval.
Would you say that sort of caught North unaware there?
Yeah, look, I think that's the danger with the Barmera side, that if you don't keep the pressure on them all the time, things like that will happen, which takes Barmera Monash to 3-4-22, leading Loxton North 1-1-7, a 15-point lead, and North will need to answer that as quickly as possible. They had some good possessions off half-back, Petch in particular, able to run free from half-back, but not able to turn that into another possession.
So ball in the middle. Oh, good tap from Loxton North, though, and here's Coney. Good kick into the attacking 50. Can someone get underneath this one? Zach Wooldridge was there, but there's a fleet of Barmera Monash Roos that managed to drive it out again. And bounce here, that's Austin. Doesn't find a target. Oh, no, he did. Running back with the flight of the ball.
Yeah, that mark's been paid.
Mark.
That was Middleton running with Hample, but just a little bit too nimble for the big Loxton North ruckman.
Middleton kicks sideways, drops short of Butterworth, but manages to scoop it up. Kicks into the attacking 50. Spilios again plays on for goal number 2. It's on its way, and that's been caught by the wind and taken wide.
Danger signs already for the Panthers, and if Dave Higgins is tuned into our coverage, he might be wanting to man up on Butterworth across half-back and perhaps have Petch tighten up a little bit on Spilios, because they are doing a bit of damage at the moment.
Yeah, he's not the sort of player you can let run free.
No.
You need to certainly be accountable. Umpire's seen something here out of the kick out.
There's a block in the marking contest, and Middleton will take that free kick from right on 50, say kicking from 53 out towards the Barmera Monash goals.
Drives it into the attacking 50.
Beach.
Oh, good mark. They're going to have to work something out here.
Look, the beauty of that kick to Beach was that the kick wasn't to him, it was to the space in front of him, and Beach, being the experienced high-level operator that he is, was able to hold back his lead, let the ball fall in front of him. He was the only one that was ever going to mark that.
So Beach, for his second of the day, he's going to have a shot from about 25 out on a slight angle. Ball's on the way. Beautiful kick. Gun barrel straight, and that is his second and the Roos' fourth this afternoon at Loxton North.
Yeah, Barmera Monash 4-goal 5-29, leading Loxton North 1-1-7. The Panthers will need to tighten up. And on those two particular players I mentioned, particularly Butterworth, he is drifting around the ground doing damage at will, both ends, but particularly off half-back. He provides that extra player behind the ball with North going with the breeze, and then he'll move forward with it. So I'll be interested to see who his direct opponent is.
Yeah, I'm just going to have a look now to see who might be lining up on Butterworth.
And as for Spilios on his wing, I mean, Petch had a couple of touches early, didn't hurt the Barmera Monash side, but Spilios has hurt North with both his touches this quarter.
Loose footy out of the ball up in the middle. It's a wild contest. Arms and legs going everywhere, but it's a free kick to Barmera Monash.
Jack Albrick, Kingston on Murray's Jack Albrick taking this one from the centre of the ground.
He's going to take it. He thought about going wide. He ran out of options. He had to handball it quickly. Fraser Douglas managed to get it. Barmera Monash get out of trouble.
Is that Douglas or Thomas?
Thomas, yes. Luke Thomas, number 20. Roos still with the footy.
Nice spoil from the Panther player there.
It's Coney out the back. Middleton's in there again. Here's Josh Voigt. He ran through the wall, but got a handball to Nelson, and we get a free kick here. Ball up.
Interesting signal from the umpire, wasn't it?
I thought it was holding the ball, but then it changed. Maybe it's a little bit of a Billy Bowden approach to signalling this afternoon.
It could have been a throw, it could have been holding the ball, or it could have been mine, ball up, and that's what it was.
A booming kick from Loxton North up to half forward, but the Roo defenders work harder and they manage to rebound. I'll bounce over the top if you don't mind. Here's Watke, goes back inboard, looks for a target over the top, but there's was Jack Austin. He was taken high and he's going to get a free kick.
Yeah, it has to be a clumsy tackle to get him high. He's a tall fella. Gets straight up, looking for Beach.
Drop forward, but the Roos are going to run onto this one.
Handball back to Beach.
Tackled, holding the ball.
Yeah, nice tackle, a chicken wing tackle there. Vumard not letting him get away from him, grabbing hold of one arm and leaving Beach with no option but to put the ball down illegally.
Well, kick up from half back. Now it's on centre wing, but it's the Roos that managed to get a couple of players around it. They're calling for it.
Look, that's a good result for the Panthers because they were outnumbered 3-2 in that contest, and the big fella Hample kept that ball in enough and got away with for a boundary for a throw-up.
Just seeing who we're trying to work out who Butterworth might be his direct opponent is, but I can't work it out.
Barmera with one extra behind the ball, which is Thomas, and he loves that role. So this makes it hard for Loxton North to get the ball forward with purpose.
So just looking, Nelson's the loose player for North. Here's Thomas again.
Thomas through with the ball. Look, I'm thinking when you go with the breeze and they're playing a loose behind, go and match him up. Okay, Nelson's got this, but it's no good to you when you've got to put it back into that area where Thomas is just waiting for it.
So he kicks up. Wooldridge the target, but it's the Austin boys that clear it out.
And the ball came to Thomas again.
Oh, socket over the ground by Worsfold. What's the umpire going to say? Throw it in. Yep, probably the right call there.
Look, I think you've got to go and match everyone up.
Yeah, it's not much handy for you.
No.
Yeah, you're right. Nelson did get that footy in the end, but has it gone any further? No.
And you're not giving your forwards like Ryan Proud any chance of getting near the footy.
Here's Worsfold out of the ball then. Got a handball to Filkey, but it was a bit loose. And Barmera Monash pounce.
This will be holding the ball. No. He did pull it in, but umpire on the wrong side, so he calls for the ball up. That was Spilius with the ball again.
Oh, it's Middleton doing the ruck work. Finds.
Here's
Whitbourne.
Spilius out of that pack. Takes a bounce, gets onto his left foot, looks up for Beach. Couldn't get him. Ball will come out with Mason Neckerman this time. Drives the ball wide, looking for Petch, who's covered ground to the other wing.
Petch working hard, but there's 3 Roos onto 2 Panthers. And Spilios there again, that name. Certainly quite the fit operator.
I'm thinking
Paul
after
Spilios.
that first quarter effort by the Panthers where they had the pressure on, the message might have gone to the Barmera Monash players, come on, step it up on pressure, and they have.
So a ball up on the far wing. It's wobbling towards the boundary line. Fletcher Dillon there with the footy, trying to trying to handball it out, but it's holding the ball.
Yeah, consistent call by umpire. Is it umpire Wilts, is it?
Oh, I think that's Kylan Beach.
Kylan Beach.
Doing the officiating this afternoon.
Yeah, consistent call.
Oh, booming kick up to half forward, but a good mark from Barmera Monash defenders. And
It was Thomas. Yeah. So he's playing loose man. You can't allow that to continue to happen. You're giving your forwards no chance at all when he's third up in every contest. Hang on, I've got you holding the ball.
That's Ryan Proud.
No, it's Caleb Coney, I reckon. And here's Proud.
Oh,
That's through. I reckon. Hit the post.
Proud tried to shepherd it through.
Yeah, against 3 opponents, he managed to get the ball to clear the pack, but only onto the post.
Here's Austin now for Barmera Monash. Kicks it up to half back. Oh, that was a great mark there from Mitch Wellington. Did it get paid?
Yes, he has paid it. That's fair enough too. That was a good grab.
Very courageous. Handballs it quickly out. Finds Thomas. Just wondering with Thomas. We'll talk about that in a sec. Barmera Monash now. Loxton North get the intercept. Masuda Caso in the middle with the mark. Gets pushed. That'll be 25 every day of the week.
Yeah. Trouble is, it gives Barmera time to get players back, and look at them streaming back into defence.
Dane Austin there, I reckon. Yeah, number 16.
And Jordan Freeman, that extra man again. Proud losing his footing, but back up.
Yeah, it was a kick from Masuda Caso. Wooldridge tried to kick it at goals, but it was smothered. Now the Roo defenders work hard to clear it out. Nelson read the play well. Kicking inboard was a wobbly old kick. Justin Proud trying to get it out. Handballs to Lewis. Lewis kick, finds Coney, and that's Caleb.
Look, I reckon that's probably not a bad place to be having a shot for goal this end from.
Kicking from the clubroom pocket, or the clock pocket here at Loxton
Now,
North.
we're sitting right behind this kick. I'm thinking if I'm Caleb Coney, I'm having a go at the left-hand goalpost just inside.
So Caleb Coney for the Panthers' second goal of the day. They trail. Can he close the margin? Ball's on the way, and it's...
No, he went the right-hand post, and it drifted across.
A minor score for Loxton North.
Yep.
They take their score to 1-3-9.
Not a good attempt there from a pretty good pass out to him by Lewis. I mean, he's going okay, young Coney. Both the Coney boys going well, but got to make them count.
This is 5am football for McDonald's Renmark, supporting local sport. 24 chicken McNuggets, $9.95 at Macca's. T's and C's apply. Kick out from Thomas from Barmera Monash and finds Butterworth. Number 15 for the Roos.
I reckon Eckerman's got the job on Butterworth. Looks like he's running with him, which is not a bad move, although he's given him 20 metres again.
Justin Bonney with the kick. Finds Beach. No, sorry. Chris Bonney.
Nice
Turns
kick.
around and then lovely kick. That's Mitch Wellington. Wellington into the attacking 50, looking for a target. Couldn't quite mark it. I reckon that was... Oh, and it's going to be holding the ball, or what's umpire going to say? No, my footy.
Not the sort of handball veteran Scott Lewis wanted to get at his toes. Much rather have it up at about waist level.
Stevens doing the ruck work for Loxton North. Umpire Todd Charlton's given a free kick here, and Lockie Stevens with it for North. Has his kick, looks for Hutchinson. Not a bad kick, but it wasn't able to be marked. And Barmera Monash on the rebound. A couple of quick handballs. Here's Butterworth again. Kicks up to the attacking 50, and that is a great mark.
Yeah, one-on-one, he's a hard proposition, John O'Beach.
That's Beach, yeah.
Yep. Particularly with the ball out in front of him where he can go at it.
Well, he's averaging 5 goals a game this year in his games for Barmera Monash.
Has 2 today, so by half-time he needs 2.5, so it's just a half a goal coming up here.
Cody Vomart, his direct opponent, the Panther captain, kicking this one from 35 out.
Lovely kick of the ball.
And that is another goal to the Barmera Monash Roos. John O'Beach is third. The Roos fifth. They extend the lead even further.
Time to start moving the magnets around on the Loxton North board, and time to find some direct opponents for Luke Thomas and Sam Butterworth and get a bit of pressure on that ball going forward to give Vumart a chance to limit Beach's possessions, because with no pressure further up the ground, one-on-one he's a hard task.
Well, that's the thing. Direct opponent on Beach, what other options have you got? I don't think you've probably got too many.
It's all about putting pressure on the ball further up the ground. And unfortunately, when you got Spilios running right in his wing, although I note a change here, Angus Shapley across to this wing.
It's Loxton North, they got their first hands on it and the ball up, but it was Barmera Monash that got the second one. It's a loose footy. Zach Wooldridge from Loxton North, he tried to get it, but the Roos managed to get their hands back on it again. Another stoppage looks like it's going to come. No, it's a play on. Another loose footy. Pretty high level of intensity this afternoon.
Yeah, and a good move by Coach Higgins to bring Shapley over onto this wing onto Spilius to try and quell his influence on the game.
A tap from Jack Austin for Barmera Monash. Found Masuda Carso, Loxton North.
Oh, lucky to
high.
get away with that. He had an option. First option was to come onto his right foot and kick it forward.
Oh, there's a Barmera Monash player on the deck here. Yeah. Oh, no, he's getting up.
Yeah.
And that's Aidan Hodgson.
He had first option.
Oh, yeah. Just saw a player just run through the mark then.
Yeah, but you're allowed to do that if you're following your direct opponent.
Yeah.
For some reason.
I'm not sure if pushing your opponent at the same
Here
time
we go,
counts.
off the pack. Coney on his left foot. He likes it.
He's done it.
And that is Jonty Coney, with his second goal of the day and the second goal for Loxton North. And he liked that straight away. Got on his bike, got through centre, grabbed hold of the footy, backed himself in, ran to half forward and kicked truly.
The Panthers' second goal of the game, 2-3-15. They trail Barmera Monash 5-5-35. Not quite half-time.
You would say a much-needed goal by the Panthers. They all are at this stage when you're 3 goals adrift, but I dare say had he not kicked that goal and Barmera went forward again, you start to think, well, where's this going? Into the middle comes Middleton for Barmera Monash, rucking against... It looks like it's against Lachlan Stevens, so he's played all right too, Stevens, in the middle. Can't get that tap out. That went to Middleton. Masuda Card tries to come out of the pack. Yeah. Ducked his head, put the ball under one arm and tried to break through for a try, but couldn't quite get across the line.
So a ball up. Umpire's called something, and that's a free to Loxton North.
He's rucked pretty well, this young fella. Makes good position.
Lockie Stevens. who has a kick away, crosses the painted 50. Bit of friendly fire there from Barmera Monash. A couple of players ran into each other, but they managed to clear it out somewhat. Fletcher Dillon with the footy. It's loose on the deck. Justin Proud dived on it. And we'll get a ball up. Inside Loxton North attacking 50.
Look, the best thing about that contest is Barmera couldn't come out with the ball and relieve the pressure. And Hodgson is the spare behind at the moment. Butterworth back there as well.
A goal now for Loxton North would be what they would desperately need to...
Dane Austin onto his left foot up the wing towards Wellington, who couldn't bring that in, and the ball goes to ground. Ooh,
looks like there's a little bit of
Acaso not liking the attention he got there from Wellington, and fair enough too. He copped one high, but I'll tell you what, he's not taking any backward steps, that young fella.
Yeah, Dane Austin there, and and the
free kick to Middleton. Must have been a little bit of advice given to the umpire there, I think, that he didn't necessarily need. Is that Justin Bonney on that? No, it's Dane Austin.
The former Renmark Rover, now playing in the Lakeside.
One of the 3 Austin boys who crossed to the Lakeside this year. It's kind of like the Kelly gang at Glen Rowan, isn't it?
Finds Mitch Wellington. Kicks up to half forward, it drops short. Spilios got his hands on it.
Good tackle.
Tucked it under the arm, but it was intercepted from Loxton North. Worsfold kicks up to the wing. Justin Proud was the target, but it spilled out, and here's Butterworth again with the footy.
Who do you reckon's going in the middle?
Kicks in the middle, and that was Freeman. Goes over the top, finds Whitbourne, kicks into the attacking 50. Oh, drops short of all the players. No one able to mark it. Defensive pressure going up a notch.
Nice punch clear from Voigt there to Petch, but unable to clear the boundary, clear the defensive line. Petch... I think Petch maybe with the free kick handled after he got rid of the ball.
2-3-15. Loxton North, they trail. Barmera Monash 5-5-35. 5 in football for McDonald's Renmark.
Petch has had plenty of it, but not done a lot of damage with his possessions.
Over the back of the contest. Ball drifting towards Barmera's end, but Masuda Caso from Loxton North picked it up, ran into a wall.
Gee whiz, he was lucky there too because he took him on. Had chance to get the ball on the boot, but took the step and ducked the shoulder, so he's a bit lucky to get away with that.
He took it to ground. So...
Oh, nice contest there by Zach Wooldridge. Couldn't quite get hold of the ball, but it was a good contest at the football on the ground from both players.
So we'll get a ball up just outside. Barmera's attacking 50. They lead by 20 points, the cusp of half-time. Ball goes up. Voigt got the clearance. Looks for Hutchinson. To Middleton from Barmera Monash. He got a hand in there, and so did Whitbourne. It's now found its way out to Vanderwood. Takes the ball wide on the far wing. Back inboard. Kick up the line. Looking for someone to get underneath it. Oh, great defensive mark from
Josh
Panther
Voigt,
defender Josh Voigt.
Josh Voigt looks, he switches play out towards Shapley. Ooh, 2-on-1. And who should get hold of it but Beach?
That's unlucky.
You cannot give him opportunities like that. And that's another goal for the former West Adelaide Premiership player, John O'Beach. That's his 4th goal and Barmera's 6th goal for the match. Takes them to 6-5-35, leading Loxton North 2-3-15. A 20-point lead. It could have been far worse, but they couldn't afford to give up an easy one like that.
No, the switch was probably on, but they had to hit the target.
Yep.
And you applaud players that take the game on and want to attack and catch up, but yeah, it was very unfortunate the way that footy bounced. When it's your day sometimes, and maybe today's John O'Beach's day.
And it probably couldn't have gone to a worse player in the opposition that would make you pay than John O'Beach.
No, that is for sure. Ball back in the centre. Tap, good tap from Barmera Monash. Doesn't go too far though. Masuda Caso from Loxton North, he picked it up off the deck and tackled and will go again.
Look, he's finding the ball a lot from these centre clearances, but unfortunately unable to get it to the next Loxton North player.
Middleton for Barmera Monash, good tap, finds Thomas. Takes the football wide to the far wing. It's a foot race. Watke got his hands on it over the line and will go again.
It's a different Barmera Monash side than we saw last year, isn't it? They're not frightened to move that ball onto the space, whereas last year they looked up and tried to keep possession of it.
Certainly a different side, Nobby. You are correct. Ball in. Barmera Monash looking to attack the footy again. Drive up to half forward. Intercept from Loxton North. That's Mason Eckerman now with the footy. Loxton North trail 2-3-15. Barmera Monash 6-5-41. On the 5RM Sports scoreboard this afternoon.
Picasso deep in the back line for Loxton North, takes the mark and then drives it up to the wing.
Still a hot footy. There's Petch for Loxton North. Drives up to half forward. Can North make something out of this? It's a foot race. Coney, can he run onto this one? Taken cleanly. He grabbed it, but it was basically on the line and took it over. So we'll get a ball in.
He turned back looking for to be able to come across and have a shot at goal. I reckon he might have been better off just keeping going flat out towards the goals. He had the run of the ball.
So a ball in. The far side. Just in front of one of the 6 light towers here at Loxton North. What you'd call the traditional light towers, Nobby, made out of galvanised water pipe.
Do you reckon they might have been made at someone's home or perhaps on site? Perhaps welded on site.
I think they may have been. You might be able to get the story on those later tonight if you stick around long enough. This is 5RM football for McDonald's Redmark here at Loxton North this afternoon.
Can you check that for me? I'm off to the Pride of Workmanship Awards at
mate.
the Rotary Club of Loxton.
We'll do an inspection on some of these worlds a bit later. 6-5-41 leads Loxton North 2-3-15. Out of the ball up. North still with the footy. Desperately need a goal. And another stoppage.
Yep. Ball comes out the back to Nelson. Normally a good use of the ball. Drives for half forward looking for Proud. Couldn't quite get him. Caleb Coney couldn't get his hands on it. But a good tackle. And he's been rewarded. He's tackled the Barmera Monash player who didn't see him coming. And here they are. It's sort of like a tag team effort there by the Coney brothers. And out comes Caleb with the kick. Now, he had the last kick at goal. Here we go. A kick after the siren.
So half-time siren has sounded. Panthers trail. Important kick.
Hopefully he goes just inside the left-hand post and not the right-hand post like last time.
Caleb Coney. Ball's on the way.
Goal umpire does not move.
He's happy.
Straight over his head, and that's a goal.
The Panthers respond their third of the game. It's 3-3 Loxton North. Barmera Monash 6-5-41. That goal certainly keeps North very much in the game, but they're going to need a big second half of footy, that is for sure. We must throw back to Trevor Scott in the Sideline View studio and find out what is happening around the grounds. Trevor Scott, are you there? Thank you, Trevor Scott. Yes, a great afternoon of footy we have had so far, and it's just half-time. Still, the glass is half full, as optimistic Trevor Norton Nobby would say. Nobby, you are on the hallowed turf of Loxton North again.
I am, Lockie, and look, Loxton North yet to come out of the change rooms. Barmera Monash out very early and onto the ground, both doing some work at the store end, and you'd say probably got the game in hand, but not necessarily in control. This next quarter is going to be very important. Of course, Beach with 4 goals, 3 in that quarter. They're going to have to get a handle on him. But it was more, he had plenty of opportunity and wasn't under pressure. It was just one-on-one because the pressure up the ground in that second quarter wasn't like it was in the first from the Panthers.
Certainly true, and making that a little bit harder for the Loxton North Panthers, Nobby. I crunched the numbers this week. Barmera Monash's strongest quarter for the year in 3 of their 4 games has been the third quarter.
Let me guess, the third quarter.
At Loxton North, actually the opposite. They started strong, but third quarter's sometimes not their best. But anyway, maybe today could change some statistics. Nobby, that breeze we spoke about, the windsock, I'm just looking over there to the far side, dropped it a little bit.
Well, I've just had a bit of intel, Lockie, from some Loxton North personnel, and they said that that it's quite cold over there. So the breeze is quite stronger than it feels over on the side of the ground we are. But I'll tell you what else I can talk to you about, Lockie. The Ladies' Day here at Loxton North is literally going off.
Now, I'm not sure how we've done this year, Nobby Norton, but we've been fortunate enough to be at a couple of grounds this year where Ladies' Day festivities have been on. We were at Waikerie a few weeks ago when there was a fair celebration happening there, and earlier this year we were at the Demons festivities as well.
Well, there's no hurdle racing here at half time at the Loxton North Ladies' Day like there was at Waikerie. But I tell you, I don't think there's well, I know it's been responsible service of alcohol over there, but I don't think anyone's too keen on getting up and about. They're all, look, there's a fair crowd there, Lockie, which speaks volumes for the footy club, doesn't it?
Yeah, and we've seen this a bit in recent years. It doesn't matter where you are in Riverland footy. It's becoming a little bit more, each home game is, being seen as more of an event outside of football, which I think is a good thing.
Yeah, particularly in country footy. I mean, that's what it is. It's a day out. Sure, there's a game of footy on, and once you get inside the circle, both teams pretty keen to make sure they put their best foot forward. But around the outside of the ground, it's all about the occasion, isn't it?
Certainly is. Loxton North, they trail Nobby 3-3-21 to the Roos 6-5-41. How do Loxton North respond, rather? We spoke about a couple of players that have been a little bit too loose for your liking. Yeah,
it's not just that, though. I think they need to lift their eyes, use the ball, man up on any of the loose defenders, and try and give their key forwards in Ryan Proud and perhaps a couple of others up forward. We've seen the little guys go well, but I'm sort of Josh Wooldridge would be another one that needs to get in the play. I mean, they need to give him some fair cracks at having a shot at goal. I mean, so far the only goal scorers we've seen from Loxton North have been the Coney boys, and they've looked lively all day. But they need to get it to their key forwards so that some of these smaller forwards can feed around them. I mean, we haven't seen much of Jasper Hutchinson nor Kai Filkey, and they pretty much rely on that ball going into the key forwards and then being able to crumb around them.
Yeah, Jonty Coney, a big inclusion today, his first game for the year. He's another player that's been down at West Adelaide this year doing some pretty good work in the under-18s competition, but certainly a handy in.
Yeah, he's kicked 2 of their goals, and of course we saw his brother kick that last one just after the half-time siren, which you'd say breathed life into the game, because going in not only 20 points down is a lot better than going in 26 down, which means you'd have to kick 5 or 6 more than the opposition to win at the moment. A couple of quick goals and it'd be neck and neck.
Certainly is. Looks like the third quarter is about to get underway. Nobby, you better get back to the lift and find out, get back to the commentary box.
Yeah, trouble is there's always other people waiting for it, Lockie, and I've got to line up and be polite.
I look forward to that. I might just keep your microphone on there, Nobby, so you can see what's going on, all right? And maybe do some calling from the boundary on your way back.
Will do, Lockie. Perhaps I could call from the ladies' pavilion.
Okay, well, yep, I'll let you take the liabilities for that one. Third quarter underway at Loxton North. Riverland footy on 5RM. Ball up in the centre. It's Hampel, then Middleton doing the ruck work. Middleton got the good tap, but it's Loxton North that managed to get onto it, and they hold it in. Just looking and seeing what is happening here. The umpire just calling for the footy. Some other games happening around the grounds as well. We do have the Waikerie Magpies hosting the Berry Demons. Pretty tight game there. Just as we speak, it's Barmera Monash with the clearance out of the contest, driving it up to their forward 50, deep in attack. Can Loxton North defence, can they work this one out? Umpire says my footy, and we'll go again. So just a ball up, 15 metres out from the Barmera Monash goals. Tap over the top. It's Coney for Loxton North that gets a clearance, gets a wild old kick away, finds Lockie Stevens on half back. Pretty good game today so far for the junior from the Panthers, or the youngster rather. Panthers now still with the footy. Nelson, loose handball, missed the target. He tried to get it again. Now it's Coney. Runs through a wall of players. Hample misread the bounce, and the Roos go on the rebound, but great intercept mark from Michael Scott from Loxton North there. He drives it sideways, looking for a teammate. Drops to the deck, manages to kick it out, and that's gone wobbled over the line, and we'll get a kick in from Barmera Monash. They kick it in their attacking 50, and a great mark. And the Roos look like they might have their first shot after half-time for a goal. Nobby Norton, you are back in the commentary box.
Yes,
Welcome
back in the central commentary position, Lockie, and look, it's a massive crowd down there, by the way. Canteen just sold out. I couldn't even get a pass here. All done.
That's unfortunate. I think it's time for the Royal Commission.
No, the barbecue's still going. There's still plenty down there.
Maybe a parliamentary inquiry. They're cheaper, I'm told. Jono Beach for a shot on goal for the Roos. He's missed it. That's his first behind of the day.
Yeah, unusual for him. He's been the difference in the two sides. His finishing is as we thought it would be for a recently retired Sandford footballer.
Once AFL listed,
yes.
Played a couple of games for the Adelaide Crows.
He did.
Pretty strong Crows team at that time too,
yeah.
Just quietly. Kick out from Loxton North. Oh, great target, great mark. And that...
Is that Vumard?
Yeah, it is Vumard. He's going to have to lift his side. Captain today. Captain's performance could be called for. This is 5-hour footy. Handball back for the Roos. They take the ball wide. Kicks over the painted 50, looking to centre the footy, but not quite going to make it. Over the back, it's Nelson for Loxton North. Gets it over to Worsfold. A low kick. Intercept. Drop short, and we'll pushed over the line. We'll go again.
Look, interesting today with Worsfold. Often in the past, I've sort of thought he maybe handballs the ball too much, but today he's had a good mix of kicking and handballing, and he's been in amongst it for the Panthers, and by far not their worst contributor.
Ball in. Hample tries to pick out a target, dangerously getting towards the centre of the field for Barmera Monash. However, they get a couple of quick handballs. Intercept from Mace Eckerman from Loxton North. He bombed it on his boot as quick as he could.
Yeah, loose kick. Didn't give Shapley much of a chance of getting hold of that ball. And Fraser Douglas chips in. Looks up the middle of the ground. Goes towards Beach, but well kept out of it by Vumard. A good spoil by Vumard. He managed to reach around and get his hand to the ball. But it looks like a free kick's gone to Jack Austin against Josh Voigt in another passage of play.
Just wondering, what you mentioned, Nobby, that Loxton North took a bit more time to come out of the change rooms at half time. You think they might have been working out a bit of a defensive plan?
I think they might have just been getting perhaps a bit of a hurry up, because there was a few players that, when you go through the list, there's a few that haven't had much of it. Jack Austin
Ball's
with
on
a
its
shot
way.
on goal. Umpire likes it.
He's happy.
First goal of the third quarter to Jack Austin from a free kick there. I did talk to a good supporter and close connection to the Loxton North side, who said the Panthers had the better of the umpiring to half time, but I pointed out to him that free kick wise, 4 or 5 of those free kicks were earned free kicks for holding the ball. So, but I think they were by and large pretty happy with the umpiring, which I think anyone here today watching it would be pretty chuffed with it. It's been good. It's been fair. It's been very, very good. The players know what they need to do.
A lot of holding the balls, a lot of good tackles early from
Yeah,
Loxton
I would
North.
say they're earned free kicks, though, those ones.
It is 5-hour football for McDonald's Renmark. They do battle in the rucks in the middle. There's Coney again. That's Jonty. Got a handball out to Josh Nelson. Back to Coney. Takes the footy the other way on his left. It's out in front of Sherpick. Can he run onto this one and scoop it up? It's still loose off the deck. Ran over the top and managed to get the tackle, though, and holds it in. So a good second effort from Sherpick
I think the problem with that passage of play was it wasn't direct enough. The goals are up the other end. They were going backwards and forwards across the ground. It should be one disposal and then get it on the boot towards your goals. And they're probably not doing that because Thomas and Butterworth have been chopping it out.
Scott Lewis tried to take the game on there, and that does it again. Spills out the back. There's Coney. Jonty out to Wooldridge. Back to Coney. Puts the Rockets on. Kicks over the top. Finds the other Coney. He brings it back inboard. Centering the footy, and it's found a Barmera defender.
Yeah, I feel for Ryan Proud there. He'd made the space, got forward, but the ball was kicked over his head to the square. Should have been down in front of him. He'd got 3 metres on his opponent.
I think picking best player for Loxton North would be pretty easy at the moment.
Yep.
Jonty Coney, number 1.
Yeah, followed closely by his brother, I reckon. He's been in amongst most of the things as well.
Loxton North now trying to get their hands on this footy.
And the recipient of this free kick, Josh Nelson, he's done his bit too.
So Nelson with the footy on half-back for Loxton North. They're going to have to get a hurry on if they want to get back into this. 7-6-48. They trail Loxton North 3-3-21. Barmera Monash now back with the footy. We've seen this a bit too much today. They centre the footy and go on the attack.
Austin on the move at half forward, looks up, looks forward.
It's Vanderwood.
Yeah, on his own, looks up, raises the eyes, looks for Watke, couldn't quite pull it in. And who does it come to? But
that was Bonnie, Chris.
Yeah, there's a free kick off the ball, but the ump missed it.
Oh, and they're going to get the free. Barmera Monash for legged.
Yeah.
So Kai Filkey or Sherpick there, just a bit of a loose tackle.
Unfortunately, the previous kick was missed where Bonnie dragged his opponent to the ground off the play. And but anyway, that's easy from up here.
I reckon that was Josh Nelson he took to the ground there too. Interesting one.
If you just tuned in, you'd be thinking Barmera are playing with 2 extras at the moment. They just seem to have numbers at the ball.
Watke has his kick, 40 out. Fortunately for Loxton North, it's a minor score.
And whether it's because they're prepared to work harder to get to the ball or whether, they've left their North opponents and backing themselves in. Nelson with the ball in the back pocket, looks up the middle, but could only find a Barmera Monash player. 2 of them, 3 of them, in comes another.
Just seeing what's going on. Douglas now with the footy.
That was Wellington that was held after yeah.
So Mitch Wellington with the free. Umpire calls it back a couple of metres.
This is within his range, but he's not going for it. He chips it up in the middle. Yeah, that's
So, going to get a free kick here. Just seeing where this
play to advantage, and that's a goal. And you know how that always... No, it's a point. So the advantage was played, and I think Watke missed the goal and kicked a point only. So, gee whiz, that's a Lux of fortune for Loxton North there.
They got the zone defence going on pretty strong this afternoon. As Nelson now for Loxton North takes it to the far wing, or far half back. Barmera now on the rebound. They've done this so well today. Intercept from Akaso.
Loxton North have got to pull the trigger on these plays and take a risk. Start crossing the ball. Working hard up and down the other side of the ground.
Nelson drives it long. Ryan Proud was trying to go underneath it a long way from his goal square.
Well, he's had to come that far down the ground because he's not getting a chance, at all.
It's his 5RM football for McDonald's Renmark. 5RM. Ball in on the far wing. Hampel got his hands on it in the ruck. Didn't go too far. Now, worse fault, he got his arms chopped trying to get a handball away. Footy out the back loose. Zach Wooldridge, great tackle. Play on's the call. Masuda Caso now back to Proud. Gets it on. Another quick couple of handballs. There's Nelson. Nelson kicks it. But straight to a Barmera player in Jordan Freeman.
Yeah, they've got Freeman sitting in the back play now. Finds a player in the middle, which I reckon's Wellington again. Drives it forward, but cut out this time by Loxton North player in Michael Scott. He's playing well across half-back himself.
Gets it on quickly. That's Zach Kelly, his first A-grade game today. Lovely kick to Scott Lewis.
They just seem to be too stagnant with the ball, Loxton North. No options up forward. That's a good kick. That's found Zach Wooldridge on centre wing right in front of the coach's boxes. But he's not many options for him. They need someone running past. Here it is. Nelson tries to get in the play, but Zach Wooldridge looks up.
There's a Carso. Read it well at front and centre. Got a handball out. Ryan Proud dodges a bit of traffic. A couple of quick handballs. Lockie Stevens, but it's intercepted by Barmera Monash.
Look, they're not being penetrative enough with their possessions. There was 4 possessions there all around the contest, whereas it needed to be 1 and then on the boot.
Is it a case of too many handballs?
Yeah, much too many. And I think that even when you got Barmera Monash with players behind the ball, you sometimes got to play ugly footy. Kick it along the ground. Don't give them a mark and let them run out with it.
Still a loose footy here. Not much clean possession going on at the moment. It's 5-round football for McDonald's Renmark. Umpire says my footy, third quarter.
Barmera like it like this. They like the contested ball. We saw them in most of last year, and particularly in the grand final. They won it with contested footy.
Well, it was often a case last year of Barmera Monash get the lead and then park the bus.
Yeah, which is kind of what they're doing now.
Although this leads, 7 goals today. Yeah. That's more than 3 games, I think, last year.
Yeah, it sure is. That's Whitbourne out on that side of the ground, I think. Tries to get the ball forward.
Barmera Monash now trying to still hold this one in. Loxton North getting their hands on it too. And we'll have a ball up. 35 out from Barmera Monash's goal.
It's almost like this next goal has taken on paramount importance for both sides.
Here's Wellington doing the ruck work now. Lewis for North got his hands on it. North got a kick away out of their contest just, but good mark from Barmera Monash. There's young Justin Bonney kicks it inboard, finds Butterworth, no one manning up. He'll get it on quickly and
Vanderwood, I think, this side, isn't it?
The Ruse. No. Well, that's Fletcher Dillon. Fletcher with the
Dillon, he's had a fair game too. Found a bit of it.
So he's going to go back for a shot on goal. He's going to be kicking from 40, I'd say 45 out on a 45-degree angle. Not sure if this would be in his range or not.
So been playing at Westside in the under-18s as well, Lockie?
There has been a bit, going on there. So Fletcher Dillon, number 12 for the Ruse, gets the footy on the boot, but it's not going to make the distance.
Vimard nearly bringing that one in, but rushed through for a behind. Takes Barmera Monash to 7-9, is it?
Minor score, yes.
To Loxton North 3-3.
7-6, I think.
I think she's...
Oh, maybe it is 7-9.
7-9, 51 to Loxton North 3-3, 21, a 5-goal advantage to the Barmera Monash side.
Still good conditions for footy. That breeze dropping out even more. Barmera Monash are going to have a free kick at another shot on goal here.
He's gone back that far, Lockie. If I'd gone back that far, I'd be struggling to kick over the mark from there. I reckon he's 40 metres back off the mark.
That's Dane Austin now with the ball.
With a longer run up than Dennis Lilly.
You reckon this is within range? Gives it a good roost. That's gone the distance. That's a minor score.
Takes the score to 7-10-52. Barmera Monash leading Loxton North 3-3-21.
5 behinds this quarter for Barmera Monash. Could have easily put Loxton North away by now.
North having trouble getting the ball out of their defence here. Holding the ball, play on to the advantage. Ball coming across to Sherpick. He takes the mark at true centre half back. Looks up, chips it across again. Finds Lewis out on the far side. He looks up. Still they haven't moved out of the defensive area. They've had 3 kicks and they're still in the defensive area. Up onto the wing to Petch, I think.
Zach Kelly.
Zach Kelly.
Yep. New player for Loxton North today. Kicks down the line to a contest and forward and over the line. North aren't going to win these. Going to the contest, I don't think I've seen Loxton North win one of them all day.
And that was Proud having to do the hard work and stand under that ball at the front of the pack.
Barmera Monash around those contested packs, much hungrier and much easier at getting the footy out.
Lachlan Stevens in ruck. He's had a fair go all day for him. Barmera with numbers behind the ball. Look up, chip the ball across. Spilius taking the mark. Plenty of options. Doesn't know what to do with it. He had that many options.
It's tackled now, but Jack Austin tried to break the tackle, and they're going to get a 25 here for a bit high.
Yeah, the umpire had called the free kick, and the Loxton North player went on with it.
So it's Jack Austin now, free kick on the 50. Kicks deeper into their attacking zone, drops short. Can Barmera Monash make something out of this? A wobbly kick from the pocket.
Holy dolly, if that's gone through, that's goal of the day.
A minor score it is.
Goal of the day for me. Lockie's still resting with that second quarter left foot snap from Paul Spilius.
Oh, I think that's going to be a hard one to beat this afternoon. Mark of the day, I'm still with Mitch Wellington's.
Yeah, it's still coming, I think.
Yeah.
Josh Nelson with another kick out of back lines. Finds, is it Vumard this time on the far side? No, it's Zach Wooldridge, I think, onto that left foot. Chips up, but sets up his opponent, and that was an easy spoil for his Barmera Monash opponent, straight across the boundary line.
Dane Austin's attempt at a mark that gave away a free kick, if that got anywhere near it, would have been goal of the year. But unfortunately, he wasn't within 3 metres of the footy.
Yep.
Ball in, still deep in Barmera's attacking zone.
You can't question Loxton North's endeavour here with the loose ball, but you'd have to question their use of it once they get possession. It's been less than good.
So a ball in, just a little bit further down the line, but still closer to Barmera's goals than Loxton North's. Mason Middleton there, giving away the free in the ruck.
To Lachlan Stevens. He's battled manfully in the big man department. He's given him something, I reckon. He's mobile.
He might be in their best 6 today, Nobby. How the votes fall out at the end of the day. So Barmera Monash now with the intercept on half-back. Up the line. Watke picked up the loose footy, turned. A pitching wedge kick up forward. North defenders working hard. Dane Austin ignores about 3 opponents but manages to get a handball out. Now it's found its way to Justin Bonney. He's on the 50. He's gone around the key to coin a basketball phrase. Back into Dane Austin. He goes through a bit of traffic. Kick on goal. And that has given Nobby some dramas because we could have another contender for goal of the day.
We have. If for nothing else than the fact that he had to break through a bit of traffic, whereas Spilios had no traffic. Spilios was a good kick as well, but the amount of traffic he had to find himself back through there, Dane Austin, that would make that, for me, the current clubhouse leader of the goal of the day.
The sun's starting to get at that annoying height here at Loxton North this afternoon, but scores Barmera Monash 8-11.
My commentary that next goal was important is because I think the game is now out of reach of the Panthers. Although stranger things have happened, but I couldn't imagine Barmera Monash getting 6 goals in a quarter reeled off against them. So I'm thinking the results probably decided. However, it'll be interesting to see how the game is played out.
3-3-21. Panthers yet to score this quarter. That's Barmera Monash with the footy again. The same name, Spilios. Butterworth out to Albrecht. Takes the footy wide. And they're just running. They're so fit, the Barmera Monash Roos. I know they run around Lake Bonnie a bit, but maybe they're doing a few more Ks than Loxton North are. Still with...
They've just got numbers at the fall of the ball. And look at the players off the ball that are free. We've got Fraser Douglas sitting back here all on his own.
Tap from Middleton. Still in attack. That's at the Wellington. Spilios with the footy. Dodges traffic. Turns back inside. Kicks up forward.
Nice spoil there by
Watke
Loxton.
Front and centre. Soccers it through. And if you don't mind, there's another contender for goal of the day. Matt Watke putting on a show.
Oh, look, you got a feel for Loxton North player Josh Voigt there. He had it covered, but he didn't have the googly covered. It was Shane Warne-like the way that jumped over him.
That was on. I don't think, but that was a spin bowler on a cricket pitch in other nations, Nobby, where there's inconsistent bounce.
Look, I don't think Mike Gadding could have covered that one, and we know he doesn't have a good record against leg spin, but. No hope there. It was just luck's of fortune for Barmera Monash.
At 9-11-65, Barmera Monash. They lead Loxton North 3-3-21, three-quarter time approaching. Good tap, didn't go too far, but it's Barmera Monash again. And
Douglas again off half forward, creating a way forward for Barmera Monash. Breaks the tackle, gets it onto the boot towards Chris Bonney, but spoiled away from him. Back to Douglas, breaks the tackle again, looks up, overshoots Ben Drugamala, and that goes out of bounds and will be a free kick to Loxton North, taken by Josh Nelson for last disposal. Nelson bringing the ball back up the wing, goes short, finds Wooldridge, just barely the 15 metres. Wooldridge now in the back lines, half back, deep half back, nowhere really to go. Has to come down the defensive side of the ground here, right in front of us.
Ball over the line, right in front of us in the commentary position at Loxton North. Fiver and football for McDonald's, Renmark. It's Barmera Monash with the lead. Pretty convincing as we get a bit closer to three-quarter time. Ball in.
Yeah, nice hit out by Middleton, but couldn't find anyone. Lewis comes clear with the ball. This is where they got to just get the ball forward, get it on the boot. Nelson does do that for North, but unfortunately the Barmera Monash defence in front. Jasper Hutchinson it was Jamison Whitbourne in front of him. Takes the ball, shoots it across the centre wing, across to another Barmera Monash player out on his own, and that is Thomas Austin, I think.
Butterworth, yep. It's back in it again this afternoon. Kick out from Loxton North, but it's still a loose footy. It's the same players getting their names read out again. Whitbourne tries to break the tackle.
Nice tackle.
And get a ball up just on the 50 arc for Barmera Monash.
That was Sherpick in there with that tackle.
Doesn't go too far. We've got a little bit of volleyball going on. Kai Filkey tries to break through. Gets a wobbly old kick away.
But that wobbly old kick is what you need when you've got players sitting behind the ball, because they can't take easy possession and bounce out of it. Although in saying that, ball comes out wide to Thomas on the switch. He looks up looking for Beach, but this time Vumard in front, but Beach wins the ball back.
Kick from...
here we go.
Vanderwoods.
No.
Minor score. Really could have put Loxton North away this quarter, Barmera Monash, but still pretty convincing leaders.
Yeah. Is that 9 goals, Lockie, up there?
Yeah, 9 goals, 12 now. 9-12.
8-12? 9-12.
9-12 is my calculation on that one.
Yep. Which means they've had 10 shots at goal this quarter.
Their third quarter is their strongest all season, and today it's going to be even stronger. Barmera Monash holding the ball. Oh, high tackle. So
yeah, it was a clumsy tackle well after he'd got rid of the ball.
That'd be Ben Drugamala with the free kick.
Normally pretty good kick of the football, Ben Drugamala, the Barmera Monash vice captain.
Going a little bit under the radar today, Ben.
Yeah.
Certainly still quite a lot of influence on the game.
I dare say he's done a lot of the in and under work that's been hard for us to see from up here.
Ball's on the way. He doesn't miss too many. Put his name on the list of goal scorers because Barmera Monash have kicked 10. And, it is now making it much harder for Loxton North to get back into this game. I've got 4 goals this quarter for Barmera Monash.
Yep.
Jack Austin, Dane Austin, Matt Wacky and Ben Drugamala, the goal scorers this quarter.
Yeah, and total goal scorers for Barmera Monash are Beach with 4 and singles to Wacky, Drugamala, Spilios, Dane Austin, Jack Austin and Mason Middleton. For Loxton North, the story's much quicker to cover. It's Jonty Coney with 2 and Caleb Coney with 1.
Who understandably have been a little bit quiet this quarter because hasn't been in their 50 that much. Loxton North with the footy in the middle. Masuda Caso tries to run onto it, but Barmera Monash hungry dive on it. Oh, Masuda Caso, they picks it up off the deck. A wild soccer from Barmera Monash. It's found its way to Fraser Douglas. He takes it back inboard. He's going to find Shapley from Loxton North, still in the centre square. Ignores Worsfold for the handball, takes it wide and looks for Coney. Hutchinson.
It's had to come a long way for a kick, and it's probably the lack of penetration by the Panthers into their forward line that's enabled Barmera Monash to come off half-back like they are again and rebound.
Middleton.
Oh, almost.
Ball still in the centre square, but it's Barmera Monash that are going to break through it. Lovely link-up of handballs here. And Butterworth again, take a bounce, take two, have three. No, kicks instead. This is going all the way. And there's a lovely running goal. Sam Butterworth hasn't been manned up for a while and puts one on the scoreboard.
Yep, another entry to the goal of the day competition after two bounces. That always attracts a little bit of attention from me.
Just so many loose players there, Nobby. We could rattle off 8 names there that didn't have a North player near them at all.
Yeah, and he's run off half-back to kick that goal.
That was a lovely running goal.
Yeah. So he finds his way all the way back to the half-back line after that run forward.
I reckon there's a bit in this running group, Barmera Monash, Nobby.
Yep.
There's a few kilometres getting done.
You think they're doing a few laps of the lake?
Oh, yeah, they're not just running ovals, mate. You're running a marathon
Up
probably
in the
next
middle
tomorrow.
again. This time out of the middle comes Worsfold with a kick forward for Loxton North. A rare opportunity for him to get forward. Hutchinson burns off his opponent. Gets on the boot, looks for Proud, but no, chopped out. 2-on-1. Not much of a chance there for Coney, it was leading up.
That's Whitbourne, another contributor today for Barmera Monash.
Finds a Barmera Monash player in a 1-on-2. Up the middle they come. And there it is. 3/4 time here at Loxton North. Barmera Monash 11-12. 78 lead. Loxton North 3-3-21, the same 3-3-21 that they had at half time.
Certainly going to be a big fourth quarter of footy. We'll have all the action right here at 5RM, your home of Riverland football.
and try and go direct towards the goal square, give Ryan Proud a chance, give Zach Wooldridge a chance, see if they can put a few goals on the board.
Here it is, the fourth quarter about to get underway. Do have some around the ground scores. We'll go to those pretty soon. We did hear the Waikerie Berry score earlier, and Waikerie now 3-13-31, leading Berry 2-4-16. Still a bit to go in that one. Back here at Loxton North, it's the Roos with a big lead. Can Loxton North salvage something? They get the first clearance. Coney, good kick away, up to half forward, but running through the wall was Thomas. And then more Roos than you can name. Getting it back now to Thomas. Tried to break the tackle of Masuda Caso and Hutchinson, who's getting a bit more into this game this afternoon. Still very much a Barmera Monash game at this point. Middleton, good tap, but finds it Masuda Caso from Loxton North. He ran into a wall, and umpire says, my ball.
Look, I think when you've got a few young guys in the side, they'll always have a go. It's up to your experienced players to be consistently getting the ball. And unfortunately, Loxton North haven't had that sort of output from some of their more experienced types. There's one guy who hasn't stopped trying all day. Lachlan Stevens gets the ball out, through to Coney.
Oh, Petch.
Shoots it out to Kai Filkey, but couldn't quite get his hand on it.
So Coney's now still having a crack, but it's Butterworth that clears it out of the defensive zone for Barmera Monash. There's Bonnie. Sherpick for Loxton North managed to read it well. Intercept, gets it to Masuda Caso. Decides to handball back to Nelson. Nelson, big kick into the 50. He knows how to get the ball in there. It's going to spill out of bounds. But that was the right idea. Mark, handball kick.
Yeah, exactly. Get more direct. Take the ball down the middle of the ground. Take the game on. And it's good work from Acaso there, because he's not necessarily the greatest kick to position, but Nelson, a good user of the football under normal circumstances.
Ball in. Can Loxton North make something for this? Still in their attacking zone. Worsfold read it well. He held onto it. Taken to ground. Umpire says that's holding the ball.
Umpires consistently paid that all day. If it doesn't come out quick, whoever's got it is in trouble.
Butterworth with kick 400 for the day. Not quite, but it feels like that.
Including the goal of the day too.
Finds Justin Bonnie back in board. A couple of small kicks here. Watke. Oh, I thought that might have been a one hand, one bounce there, but umpire paid a mark.
On the lead, onto his left foot goes Douglas again. He's had a great second half too. He's given him something at centre half forward. Admittedly, he's had plenty of opportunities, but he's made the most of them.
Barmera Monash now, a shot on goal. It's going to go, oh, it bounced. It actually looked like it was about to go through, but it bounced back in and then went through the behinds.
Didn't have the right spin on it, and that was from Samuel Vanderwood. I'm thinking, Lockie, he's got to be polling pretty well in best first-year player.
Yeah, and the Young Charger Award this afternoon, best under 21s. He'd certainly be a contender for that one. There's actually a few in that mix. I mean, Coney for Loxton North would be one, but
oh, for sure.
But yes,
and maybe you could pitch Fletcher Dillon into that equation as well. He's had a bit of it.
Kick out from Loxton North, big kick from Josh Nelson.
And this fella has too. Jasper Hutchinson got hold of it.
Couple of quick handballs. This is a bit better from Loxton North. They drive it up to their attacking 50. Ryan Proud, the target, running with the flight of the ball. Great mark.
I'd say the first opportunity he's had one-on-one with the ball coming in quickly all day.
He's going to go back for a shot. But yeah, you haven't seen any of that all day today.
You know, so you can't blame your power forwards when they're not getting the chances, and when they do get the ball in the area, it's coming in with them and they're outnumbered.
Ryan Proud to salvage something in this fourth quarter. It's gone through, and that's the first score for Loxton North
since half time.
Since the second quarter, yeah.
But that shows you how easy it is when you get the ball moving, and when you get it moving directly, and when you get a one-on-one equation in your forward line. And I'm thinking they had those opportunities early but couldn't get the ball direct or long enough to give these guys a chance. So they can do it, just not often enough.
Fourth quarter Riverland football on 5RM for the Riverland Motor Group and Riverland Kia. You can find them East Terrace Loxton, the Kia Sportage, now in hybrid.
So So Hampel up against Middleton in the middle. Gets his hand on it. Out it comes again for Loxton North, but Thomas off half-back beating his opponent in. But all of a sudden, that ball coming out from Coney. 1-on-1. Or free kick against Loxton North there going to Barmera Monash.
Sun's starting to set here at Loxton North.
Not quick enough for us.
In the commentary box here, it's getting quite warm.
Ball going out to Wellington, I reckon, again, who brings it back into the middle. Through goes the Barmera Monash player.
Here's Whitekey.
Yeah.
Oh, Justin Proud.
And I reckon that might have been Whitbourne there.
Oh, Whitbourne, sorry, yeah.
He is a seriously hard-at-it player, isn't he, off half-back?
Well, there's another one for the best under-21s today.
Yep. He's had a pretty good tussle. I reckon he's been standing young Hutchinson. I reckon they've had a pretty good duel.
Lloyd read the play, got a handball but didn't go too far, and we'll get another ball up. Umpire Kayla Suriotis today doing the officiating.
Ball comes out Loxton North's way from Hampel, but Barmera Monash first to stacks on the mill again, to quote the old Sandy Roberts call, and up it'll go again.
That's it. Umpire Todd Charlton out there today too, along with Kylan Beach doing the officiating. Another ball up it is. But yeah, true. Very consistent early with the holding the balls today.
Look, it's good to see holding the ball after seeing Lee Matthews go on about how AFL umpires aren't paying holding the ball anymore. Lee, you ought to come up here and have a look at Riverland footy, because it's alive and well, that rule here.
Yeah, no, I'm a fan. I'm on board for today's.
Yep.
None of this token efforts either. They've been called out.
Middleton shoots the ball forward for Barmera Monash, but only as far as... that was Jordan Freeman. Gets it out on the third grab. Shoots it forward. Loxton North in the way. Tell you what, Vimo got a nice old shove there from Beach, but wasn't rewarded. Often that's the case. The backman, you can push him in the back, he gets nothing, but touch a forward and they're lining up for goals.
Freeman in the ruck, unopposed. Worst fault for Loxton North, read it. He got a kick away. It's wobbling to the boundary line, but there's a fleet of Roos that are going to bring this one back inboard. Fletcher Dillon, good kick up to the 50 arc. Good mark. That's Freeman with the footy. So he's going to... It looks like he's going to back himself in for a goal, yeah?
Left footer normally plays in the long sleeves, but a bit too warm for him at this time of the year.
I think the only one that's donned the sleeves today is Angus Shapley from Loxton North.
Yeah, we like our players that wear sleeves, don't we?
We wouldn't have enough for a team of the year, but we might have to look into that.
Well,
has his kick.
Back to half back for you, Jordan.
He's managed to pick out a player. He's managed to pick out a player in the pocket, but I
reckon Jonathan Beach has pulled that one in at the front of the pack. Read it better than anyone else.
Chris Bonney.
Chris Bonney. There we go. Gee, he'll be enjoying this. Return to his old playing days at Loxton North.
Bonney, ball on the way. Puts it through.
He's missed it for a point.
And the Loxton North boys just remind him of that.
Yeah, you'd say a very, very good half-back in his day and centre wing. I haven't seen him play a lot up forward.
So kick out from Loxton North. Big kick. Jordan Freeman, no, for the Roos. Got his hands on it first. Couple of link-up handballs here. Here's John O'Beach, the number 14. Shoots it out to Fletcher Dillon. He runs over the painted 50. Kicks towards the goals. Anyone over the back? No. Loxton North through Nelson. Clear it out. Finds...
You're talking about Butterworth having 40 kicks today. I reckon Nelson's he's over 35.
It was a section, though, he was playing the loose man, Nobby.
Yeah.
Those kicks count for half a kick.
Yep. Waldridge drifts into play here, takes the mark at half-back for Loxton North, clears it out of defence, goes up centre wing, but only as far as Thomas again. Gee whiz, he's taken some intercept marks, hasn't he? This time against Hampel.
Yeah, and he's also been that loose player, so yeah. No, Nelson, though, just getting
up
back
forward,
has had a fair kick.
Middleton dragging in a big pack mark. Shoots across, and there we have Beach drifted forward, I reckon, lining up for...
Aidan Hodgson.
Aidan Hodgson, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, here's Beach sitting out here. He's decided, I've done enough today, fellas. I'm going to give someone else a crack.
sun at the worst possible angle right now. But it's been a fun afternoon of Riverland footy on 5RM for the Riverland Motor Group and Riverland Kia.
Might not be a problem for us if Barmera keep attacking because it's okay up their end.
Hodgson has his kick.
Goal umpire does not move.
Hayden Hodgson, premiership player from last season, back in the side today. Solid in and kicks his first and the Roos first of the fourth quarter.
Takes them to 12-14-86, leading Loxton North 4-3-27. The result well and truly over here, but plenty to look at, particularly with some of the younger players, Lockie, to see what they make of it, how much more experience they can get, and maybe how you can structure up to make better decisions forward of the ball. Into the middle for Loxton North. You'd say almost their A team. Scott Lewis, Worsfold.
Yeah, shit.
Up goes Stevens in the ruck for North. Had a good day in there for them. Had battled hard.
If anything, found another ruckman this afternoon. Loxton North.
Ball coming out.
Looks like we'll go again. So just going through Barmera Monash's last quarters for the year.
Yep. What is it, Bruce? Give me the stats.
Well, they lost their first game of the year, their first last quarter of the year. But since then, they've drawn or won pretty easy.
All right.
So this one here, it's currently a lockout.
In the middle, Spilios takes the mark for Barmera, looks up, shoots the ball across on the switch to find Aiden Lyon. He's got plenty of time. Looks up, chips it, but only as far as Cody Vumard at halfback. Takes too long with it. It wasn't Vumard, sorry. It was Angus. It was the young fella in his first game.
No, that was Vumard, I reckon.
Yep.
Kick up. Lost Barmera Monash now with the footy deep in attack. A couple of North players have got their hands on it though. Michael Scott hurriedly kicks it out, bombs it long, but it's going to go straight to the Roos.
Justin Bonney takes the mark, looks up, tries to find someone, but can only find Judge Sherpick.
Oh, he's pulled he's holding the string there. He's a bit ginger.
No, I think he's all right. I think it's just a bit ungainly in his action for sure. Oh no, he's down. He's cramped calf, I think. Ball shoots out. Picked up by Fletcher Dillon, who finds a teammate, which will be Aiden Hodgson this time, who kicked the last goal and the only goal of this quarter. He lines up for his second of the last quarter. And the wind sockers barely fluttering on the far side.
Petered out is a lovely saying I like to use.
I'm thinking he'll have to keep it on the left.
Oh, he's given it a good hook.
He works it back, but doesn't make the distance. And there is our mark of the day we've been waiting for.
And that is Mason Middleton.
Yep.
Mark on the line for the Barmera Monash Roos.
Yep. Drifted over the pack, stuck up the big arms and pulled that one down. And you would say this is a gimme goal, and it would be his second goal of the day. Nice little bookends. Kicked one in the first. He's now kicked one in the last. 2 goals for Mason Middleton. Takes the score to 14-14-92. Or have they already got it up?
Maybe they did it before.
Yeah, they might have put it up before he even kicked it. So it's
13.
13-14 to 4-3.
Yep.
I had it right, the 92 bit right. 13-14-92 leads Loxton North 4-3-27. A convincing victory for Barmera Monash on the way, and probably a nice way to finish for Middleton too. I mean, he's battled hard in ruck and on ball. Hampel wins that hit out from Middleton this time, and being held onto was Zach Wooldridge, who will take the free kick in the middle of the ground for Loxton North, held onto by the junkyard dog Jake Smith. He's a hard man. Whoa!
Oh, they all flew up.
It was Coney.
Now it's in the Panthers attacking 50. Can they make something out of this? They can't. Barmera Monash clear it out. Take it to the far wing. Tapped over the line. It's probably what the Panthers needed there. So just crunching the numbers here. Roos' biggest win for the year was 78 points against Berry in round 3. Could they beat that today, Nobby Norton?
Well, they are 85 points here, aren't they? That's what I'm looking at.
92 to 27, yes.
No, 75.
75. It could be on.
Yep.
Big result for the Roos this afternoon. And it goes without saying they are the real deal in 2024.
Hampel still going hard in the ruck, getting his hand to it, but unfortunately Loxton North not able to turn that first hand on the ball into a run forward. A few weary bodies dragging themselves up off the ground there.
Let's see what happens with this one. Tap over the top. Doesn't go too far. Umpire's called something. Play on advantage, I think, was the call in the end.
Out come Barmera Monash with the football, looking up. Vumard in the way, gets the handball, runs, gets it back. The old 1-2, looks up, looks for Proud. Justin couldn't quite get his hands on it. Out to Zach Kelly, but he gets it again. Petch dodges and weaves, gets the ball to Lewis, who looks up, goes short to Shapley. Shapley couldn't bring that in and has got an opponent with him. I think he could be in a bit of trouble here, but no, that'll be a ball up. No chance to get rid of it. Umpire Charlton comes in to ball it up in the forward pocket for Loxton North.
So approaching full time here at Loxton North this afternoon. It's the Roos that have had control most of the game.
Spilios getting the high tackle, shaping the handball and play on, but no, he will go back and take his kick. Does the old faking, I'm going long, and then shoots it out wide to Jake Smith on the wing, who looks up and finds Fletcher Dillon. Had plenty of it, this young fella. Plenty of it. Looks for the handball back to Jake Smith. No, sells the dummy to the ruckman and then plays on down the middle of the ground. That ball was, I reckon that was almost a mark there to Lachlan Stevens. He certainly got his hands on it early, and now he's been high tackled, and the umpire's coming in here with a yellow card for a dangerous tackle, I reckon. Red card. Has red carded the Barmera player for a dangerous tackle? No. Has red carded the Loxton North player, who I reckon got the dangerous tackle applied to him. He must have responded. I reckon he must have responded and said, "I don't like that, umpire."
That was Stevens.
Yeah, it was Stevens. He's played a pretty fair game. Yeah, and I think he said, "I don't like that rough tackle. You've thrown me to the ground with the bad tackle." So he must have got up and maybe just said to him, "That's not how I like to be tackled."
So Mitch Wellington with the free kick. 80 from home.
Goes to the pocket. Gets Watke on a lead. Falls into his bread basket. And
it's a bit of a push after, but umpire just lets that one go.
Do you think he's a chance from here?
I think you'll find out.
Well, the flag's all but dropped, so I don't think distance will be a problem. He might have a bit of problem with trying to get it between them. No, he goes short on the lead and hit his teammate in the hands, but he couldn't bring it down. Here we go. This has been a free kick paid against the big fella for incorrect disposal.
Jordan Freeman had the kick there. Behind.
1 point only.
So
takes us to 13-15-93. Plays 4-3-27 Loxton North.
a big afternoon of football, that's for sure. We'll get some scores through a bit later this afternoon of the other games.
Nelson brings this ball in and finds Petch straight up the middle. Petch turns around, looks wide, handballs back to Nelson. Kick 45, I reckon. And he finds Ryan Pratt a long way from his normal spot. He's well up the ground, turns around and moves the ball quickly. Yeah, here's Prouty down here. He's kicking it to himself.
It's Hutchinson trying to get the footy again.
Justin Proud up ground.
North. Barmera, though, clear it out once again. That's looking for... Oh, North have got the intercept mark in the middle, though, through Sherpig.
Yep.
It must be frustrating for North because there's some pockets of play which have been really good, but a lot in between.
3 on 1 here to Barmera Monash. Easy clearance coming up. Wellington again. He's had a good game, Wellington.
And this Barmera side just keep running. Up to Freeman. Over the top. Cody Vomard for North gets the kick away. So 9-9 of a kick. They all flew up. No one could get underneath it. Now we've got Thomas Austin that gets a kick away the other way. Bit of footy ping pong going on at the moment. Joel Worsfold dives on it. Umpire says my footy.
Strong over the ball, Joel Worsfold. A lot of strength in his lower body, hips and thighs, and held his position, worked his way into the position and then held it.
It's the Roos with a big lead. Full time's getting close. Worsfold tried to break the tackle. Got it onto Masood Akaso.
Oh, it's been an incorrect disposal from Worsfold to Masood. He's been pinged for a throw. Gee whiz, I might have let that one go, but you're closer than I am.
So 13-15 at 93. Barmera Monash leading Loxton North 4-3-27, approaching full time.
Gee whiz, Fraser Douglas has had plenty of it, whether he's been at half forward or up on the wing. Kicks both feet very well too. He cruises past Jamison Whitbourne, but Whitbourne not giving it back to him. Looks up, goes for the kick. Worsfold out of the pack with the ball for Loxton North. Looks up, finds Zach Kelly. He looks up looking for an option and gets one short, gets Zach Aldridge. I reckon he's almost within range there.
Good bit of play there for Loxton North on what's
Round he goes onto his left foot, shoots it right up into the sun.
And marks by a Barmera defender. But the story of Loxton North today.
Back into Jamison Whitbourne in the back lines in the middle. Shoots it up the middle again. Handball comes out. This time Ben Drugamlow receives the handball for Barmera Monash. Shoots the ball forward.
Loxton North trying to bring it up off half-back. They drive it up the far wing. A couple of good handballs. Justin Proud got a good mark there too.
Ball goes wide towards Hutchinson, I reckon, out there, but he couldn't quite keep it in play. Might have been Jackson Lloyd, actually. Lurup's number one footballer, Jackson Lloyd. He's had a bit of it. Sometimes we get him confused with Jasper Hutchinson. Similar size, and their numbers end with 6, 26 and 36.
Yeah, Petch there. He got the footy out of the pack, but we'll go again. Time ticking down.
So 2 goals to 1 goal in this last quarter. You'd say a better effort by the Panthers, but still never looked like putting Barmera to the sword.
Too true.
Out it comes again. Chain of handballs from Barmera Monash. They look up. Spilios runs onto the ball loose, fakes the handball, keeps it, looks up for an option out wide, and with the wheels going flat out is Austin.
It's Dane Austin. Points up. It's into the 50. Barmera Monash losing the footy, but they're fit enough to hold North away from it for now.
Gee, they play for each other, don't they?
They're having a bit of fun now.
Yeah.
It's almost just keepings off.
Worsfold with the ball, wins the hard ball, shoots it out to Mason Eckerman at half-back, finds Masuda out on half-back flank. He looks up, got plenty of options running through, but goes wide again. Gets back to Eckerman, I reckon.
Just going to see what's going to go on here.
Eckerman looks up, shoots the ball across to Sherpig in the middle. It's true centre half back. So they've had 4 kicks and they've still got the ball at centre half back. Another kick out wide to Masood on the half back flank. And I reckon it's because Barmera just shut down. They shut down, they zone off and shut down your kicks forward. Force you into this situation where you're going to go long down the line and they've got numbers at the ball.
Getting closer to full time at Loxton North. The sun setting over the line it is. And that was Jack Austin that took the footy there.
Depending on what happens at the Renmark Oval today, Lockie, this could have a vast effect on my seedings for next week.
Well, we're getting some scores through a bit later, so looking forward to that. We'll have a full recap of this game, plus more.
And in this game, it's Barmera Monash, 13-15-93, leading Loxton North 4-3-27. Result well out of the question.
Seeing what's going to go on here, Loxton North today. Barmera Monash could be on for their biggest win for the year. Didn't see this one coming this afternoon. I think we had a tight first quarter.
I saw them winning, but not by this much.
No.
I really thought the Panthers on their home deck with their young fellas with plenty of legs might have been a chance of keeping them honest for a fair while. Is this Hutchinson out on that far forward flank there?
I'll just get the periscope out and have a look. Yes, it is.
Yeah. It just looks like you just start to get their mannerisms, and he's had a fair game, the young fella.
That's a lovely
That's
kick.
a beautiful kick at goal from the young fella, and that's another goal for Loxton North. Takes them to 5-3-33, trailing Barmera Monash in the dying stage of this game, 13-15-93.
Certainly a lot going on, that's for sure.
So you'd have to say 2 goals apiece this quarter. Loxton North can at least say they stopped from being completely overrun, but you've got to put it in perspective and say, well, maybe Barmera racked the queue a bit.
They could. Barmera Monash still pretty fit, though, and still running out this game. We saw that just before that keepings off style. This is 5RM football for the Riverland Motor Group and Riverland Care, East Terrace, Loxton.
Yeah, their big plus has been numbers at the ball all day, which indicates to you they're a fit side, and the fact they've been able to rebound off halfback. And there it is. That's the end of the game. We have Barmera Monash 13-15-93 beating Loxton North 5-3-33. In my book, Lockie, that's a 60-point win, 10-goal win to Barmera Monash.
Certainly an impressive score and an impressive win for the Barmera Monash Roos. We'll recap this game and go through all the scores around the grounds right here at 5RM after this.